Good morning, students. Today I'm going to discuss about the second chapter of your book, Flamingo. The chapter is named as Lost Spring, Stories of Stolen Childhood. It is written by Anisha. Students, I am Ashutosh, your English teacher, and I'm going to discuss this chapter with you in proper detail. So let us read at first about the author. Anish Jung, who is an Indian women author, journalist, and columnist. She also belonged to an aristocratic family of poets. Her parents were both poets. Anish Jung was born in Hyderabad. Her father, Nawab Hoshiar Jung, was one of the principal advisors to the last reign Nizam of Hyderabad. Means she was from a royal decree also. She was brought up as a child in strict Parda. The Parda system was prevalent at that time, and hence she has also suffered that fate. But later went on to study at Osmania University and the University of Michigan. She had received a master's degree in sociology and American studies at Ann Arbor. She has worked as an editor of a magazine, Youth Times, and has written for several of the world's major newspapers. She had worked as editor also. She has also written two books, When a Place Becomes a Person and Poems in Prose. Anish Jung lives in Delhi nowadays. Her most noted work, Unveiling India, which was published in 1987, it was a detailed chronicle of the lives of women in India. So Anish Jung is also a feminist poet, but still she talks about the issues prevalent in Indian societies. She had been talking about different sorts of problems which we face today. The present piece of fiction is taken from one of his famous books, Lost Spring. This is an excerpt taken from that book, Lost Spring, Stories of Stolen Childhood. So let us begin what it is actually. Lost Spring is an extract from Anish Jung's book, The Lost Spring, Stories of Stolen Childhood. It has a tinge of irony. Irony is there. Irony is a figure of speech in which harsh realities are revealed through the simple statements. Spring, being the best season of the year, is full of color, fragrance, freshness, renewal, and growth. Similarly, the childhood of human life is often linked to spring. When we talk about the childhood, it is also termed as the spring season. Students, you are feeling the spring of you are living the spring of your life, as it marks the beginning of human life. Since spring is the beginning of freshness, fragrance, so is your childhood. It is full of joy. As spring is full of joy, your childhood is also pleasure, play, and growth. So, writer expresses her concern over the exploitation of childhood in hazardous jobs. Now, what is happening today? Child labor, or you can say child abuse, is on high tide. Government is taking several measures, but somewhere children are still working in some hazardous job like rag picking, bangle making, and the major reason is abject poverty and thoughtless traditions. They result in the loss of childhood of millions of children like Sahib Alam and Mukesh. Actually, they are not only supporting themselves and their families rather than enjoying. These boys are working very hard in order to support their families. In the age when they should go out, play, and seek information, education, during that course of time, they are fighting. So there is a direct need to provide these poverty-stricken children. We must provide them with proper opportunities where they should dare, where they should dream, and also live a life of dignity. They must have their own identity where they should think about themselves, they should enjoy their life, they should enjoy their being, because it is also very important that one must enjoy his being. Now, this chapter tells us stories of Anish Jung's interaction with children from deprived backgrounds. She describes their poor condition and then life in an interesting manner. This story touches the reader and hence is thought provoking. The author described two of her encounters with children from deprived backgrounds. Though through them she wants to highlight the plight of street children forced into labor early in life and are denied the opportunity of schooling. Also, she brings out the callousness of society, means what happens. The society and political class is not being liable, not being responsible for the sufferings of the poor. In the first part, the topic named as Sometimes I Find a Rupee, she encounters with a rag picker boy named as Sahibe Alam, who has migrated from Bangladesh in 1971 and lives in Semapur in Delhi. The best part is that this this child, Sahib Alam, is not knowing the real essence of his meaning, the real essence of meaning of his name, which is Lord of the Universe. Because once he will not know it, it will be very hard for him to believe that he is no his no name terms as his name means as Lord of the Universe. And what is there? He is a rag picker. These rag picker children, they are looking for valuables in the garbage. Means a coin, torn shoes. These things are as precious as gold for them. That's why the author has also said, garbage to them is like gold. They could hardly manage some food for themselves. Other things like identity, education, shoes, and sports. They are their unfulfilled dreams. It is not going to be fulfilled. Means they are not going to get the proper identity, education, shoes, and sports. Their parents have always scrounged the garbage searching for things, and finally they have made themselves survive in that way. Survival means affording food, clothing, and shelter for the family. That is there. Now children are hunting through the garbage heaps, looking for things which could partially fulfill their unfulfilled dreams. Means the children are also working under those under the guidance shape of their guardians. Means they are doing the business of rag picking. One day the writer saw the boy who is holding a steel can going towards the milk booth. Now what happened? He had got a job at a tea stall. He was happy that he would get 800 rupees and all the meals. But the writer noticed that boy Sahab had lost the freedom of being his own master. Although being a rag picker was not fulfilling his dreams, but still he was free. But now, working under the tea shop, he is going to be under the ruleship, under the work of someone else. Now, the second boy is named as Mukesh over here. He belongs to a family of bangle makers in Firozabad. This boy had a dream of becoming a car mechanic. On the contrary, his family was traditionally engaged in bangle making. Although the profession harmed them physically and they were not having enough money, they are not hardly earning enough money from that. Although no one has the dare to dream of doing something else because they are having fear of the police and the middlemen. The family elders were also contented that other than teaching the art of bangle making to their children, they had just built a house for them to live in. The boy wanted to be a car mechanic. Cars were all that Mukesh had seen on the roads of his town, and so he could not dream any further. Means their dreams are also very small. This is the second part where Mukesh, who somewhere seems to have a dream. And although that dream is not very big, but still he tries to have a dream where he should learn something, where he should work on something. Now, the theme of the chapter is the grinding poverty and the tradition which condemn poor children to a life of exploitation. The two stories taken together depict the plight of street children forced into labor early in life and then denied the opportunity of schooling. The society's callousness and the political class only adds to the suffering of these people. They are not going not neither going to help them, nor they are providing them any type of freedom. In fact, they are only adding to their suffering. So now students, go through the chapter. If you feel any problem, you can ask me on my WhatsApp number. And now you are supposed to solve the exercises given in the video at the end of the chapter, and after that I'll also provide you some more questions which you will be doing. Please subscribe the channel for further updates, and in case if you have any query related to the chapter, you can ask me directly on my WhatsApp number. Thank you. That's the end.